Hello everyone, and this is the interactive commentary for Plumbers Don't Wear Ties. I am the producer of this remaster for this game. How did that happen? We'll never know. But what I do know is that I'm actually joined by the main actress and superstar of this game, Jeanne Basone.
Hey there.
Hello, hello, and I'm very excited about this. You are on screen right now for our fans.
I want to know where that necklace is.
Is that your necklace? Did you buy that?
That was mine. That's a heart. It's a silver heart.
I see.
And I was looking for it, and I just don't know where it went.
Now, I have to comment on the production quality of this, because this is pretty high-end, I see. Is that your white sheet as well, or did the production staff provide that for you?
That was their white sheet.
Okay. And what about the outfit? Do you remember kind of?
Oh, that's mine.
That's yours.
But I can't tell. It looks like it's a dress with a bra underneath it. I'm thinking, yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of people were wondering kind of what you were wearing in general for this game.
Or
we'll
not
talk about that.
Here.
Oh, yeah. So this is an interesting. This game is very interesting. We'll talk all about the production here.
Okay.
But this is known as an FMV game, which is full motion video game.
Okay.
You're one of the first kind of notable stars to do that in the video game space, coming from another industry.
Okay.
But this is actually the only video that's in the game.
Do you see the cuts? Are those cuts that we're seeing there? That back there. I will definitely say the rings. See, I still have my rings.
Oh yeah, I can confirm through this audio that you are wearing.
I'm still wearing different ones, but I like my silver.
I also have to comment on the fact that you actually have not aged much since
this.
Oh,
you're being nice.
Not at all. Like, well, also I'm being nice, but like you actually do look very similar.
Oh, now how did this happen?
Okay,
how did magically the dress is gone? Does it look like it's gone? And now I'm wearing this bra thing?
I think you lowered it a little bit. I don't know.
No, I saw.
Is that a bra? You're bringing the hard questions there to me. I don't know.
Sorry. See, now I had a dress on. So this must have been another cut. I'm pretty sure.
Do you remember?
Oh my goodness! Now what is happening here?
Well,
there's that necklace I've been looking for.
It got lost over the years. Huh?
It did, yeah.
So do you kind of remember? Was this shot at the beginning of the production, or was this just in the middle somewhere?
I want to. I don't know. Well, see what I'm wearing here now?
Yeah.
So it must have been shot. Not in the beginning. I'm thinking there was more happening. You do
have a few different outfits. Of course, there's the business outfit that's you're most famous for.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the lingerie.
The lingerie for,
There's a very nice title screen as well, by the way. I'd say.
Looks like my
It looks like your cat made it, maybe?
Yes. Yeah. Lala or Jaja.
Both of them. It was their assignment. So the production quality of this game is...
It's terrible. Did he just write it?
I don't know.
Were there no fonts back in the day? See, I'm not sure.
I think we had invented fonts by then. Oh. I don't know where they got theirs from. So...
It's horrible. Sorry.
So here's that title screen again, and we are actually entering the game now as it is. Now, game being a little bit in quotation marks because this was an experimental time for video games.
Right.
And so the game actually is decision-based. At certain junctions, you do pick, and Michael Anderson will talk about
Anderson, you're right. In
alphabetical order, there you are. Jeanne Basone. Were you known, because you were Hollywood.
I was Hollywood and Glow by this time. Glow was already done. So Glow was 19 for me. I started in 85.
Right.
And the last one was like 89, 90. So this was after Glow.
So did you professionally go by Jeanne?
No, I went by Hollywood usually.
For the most part?
Yeah, for the most part. Or Jeanne Hollywood Basone, but I prefer it was Hollywood.
Because that's one of the things I wanted to ask you about was that you're credited with your real name here.
Right.
But I found some marketing and just kind of general blurbs about this game when it was coming out.
Right.
And everyone always says it's Hollywood. So they always did.
But they probably remembered me as Hollywood, aka Jane. Aka Jeanne.
Jeanne, yeah. But your character is Jane in this game.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. And here you have some inverted colors.
What is this? I'm just curious. what drugs was Michael Anderson on? Sorry, Michael.
Hopefully we can find out somehow. That was one of my questions to you, but I guess you don't know. There you are for the first time in the game.
Yeah.
And then the mother. Do you
She
remember?
looks like the Heavy Metal Sisters. That's what when they wore their makeup, that's what they looked like. I swear to God, I thought it was Chainsaw and Spike as the Heavy Metal Sisters.
Here's Edward for the first time as well.
Look at those abs. I don't even remember that kid having all that. Wow.
Yeah, he
was in shape.
Yeah, well, he's
Good
still
for
in
him.
pretty good shape. Do you remember Frank?
Who's Frank?
Yeah, I was going to ask you, his photography is by him. I was wondering if you remembered kind of, first of all, do you remember if this was all shot on video and it's stills, or did they use like photo?
I want to say Michael
cameras?
had a video camera and
Okay.
everything was video. And if there was someone taking photos, I do not remember another person, but because Michael did pretty much everything.
Right. So.
And it was longer days too, you know.
How long was the production? Do you remember generally?
A couple of weeks maybe. He wanted to get
weeks?
it done quickly. And I was like, yeah, let's do this. And I didn't know what 3DO was or ever heard of it. And I don't know if Edward knew the same. You know, we were both hired. I don't know how he was hired, but I was doing, listen to this. We were doing lingerie shows at a restaurant called Chewy's in Glendale. And Michael used to come to those shows.
Oh, that's how I found
Yeah.
you.
And they were during lunch. It was a lunchtime lingerie show. And he had come up to me and asked if I would be interested in starring in a video game. And I'm like, okay, let's do it. What was that?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I was hoping
Is
you
that
maybe...
braces that she's wearing?
No, I think that's just how she looks.
Okay.
Yeah, I was kind of curious.
I don't know.
What your concept of a video game was before you joined in a production of one. What was kind of your memories of video games at this point?
Atari.
Atari?
Mom and Dad had that. That's really... And again, this is 1993, so I'm, you know, late 20s. And I'm not playing video games at this point in my life. I'm going to the clubs and having a good time.
Often when people talk about this game in a modern context, it's a lot about how they portray women in this game and just kind of how, you know, sexual a lot of the imagery is. But I have to say that Edward as well is shot quite erotically.
So he has no top on. Yeah, exactly.
Well, he also has no pants on, and the sheet there barely covered everything.
Things were different back then.
Right. It was a very playful time.
Yeah, it was. And it was the same like in Glow. I mean, people flirted with you, and you can take it for what it's worth. But for me, that's what it was. It wasn't someone, you know, people hit on you. That was a form of flirting to me. Look at that.
Yeah.
An inner negative of her face.
They used all the effects in this game, of which there are 3. But so generally, how long did you know Michael before he asked you to join this production?
Not long, because he was just one of the patrons that came into the store, came into the restaurant. Didn't know long, but I knew he was there. He'd always tip us, you know, we'd sell him raffle tickets and he would pay for the raffle tickets. I guess he just had what Jane was going to be like, and he said, that's her. The girl in the lingerie at lunchtime. Look at the drum thing. So I was dating. I think I might have been dating somebody who played drums, and those are my drumsticks. I don't think those are. There's Michael.
So that's actually
Look,
Michael
he's got Drano on there.
He has Drano,
Drano with the booze and Excedrin. Look.
Yeah,
it looks like a racing form.
I noticed this as well, and I was kind of curious, what's the implication there? Does he mix Drano in his drinks? I really don't know.
You know, that's how you poison people.
Well,
oh my gosh.
Who knows? Is it dark? Is it dark?
I'm just saying.
But he plays your father actually in this game, and the story generally is about you or John having to get kids and kind of find the right one.
Okay. Look, he's boozing it up.
Yeah.
Look at me. That's how I would be like, yes, Dad.
Do you think that, like, we talked a little bit about scripts before recording this, but do you remember on set, was there a full script, or was it mostly that you came up with situations to take pictures of on the spot?
Michael had a script for us.
Okay.
Yeah, and I remember, I guess I memorized it. I'm not quite sure. There was a lot of words going on there, but he had a script for us.
Right. This is the famous
This
shower
is a shower,
music.
and I'm trying to think where this was. Was this Michael's apartment? Whose? Oh, that's my cat.
That's your
Oh
cat?
my God, that's Skeeter's. Oh, Geeksters.
How old was he at this time?
That's a girl. Oh, what does she do? Whoa, I don't like that. That man's hairy. No.
Not your
there
preference.
I am. Look at that.
Not so hairy.
Okay, so listen, if the cat is in there, this must be at my house in 1993 or an apartment.
This is absolutely insane what we're hearing. So all these, this is one of the first video games.
Look at this censored.
Yeah, so we are watching the censored version. I'm not sure what that picture is supposed to be. Is it Michael? Can you recognize if that's his face or something?
It looks like he has a pretend nose on.
Yeah. But
look at all this stuff in the background.
Yeah.
Maybe this was mine. It had to be. If there was Kitty in there, this is my play. Look at that. That's like Playgirl or something.
And Playboy.
And Playboy.
How did you
I wish I still had that body. Woo!
As I said, you haven't aged much. But how did you kind of feel about these kind of...
I was in here.
Yeah.
There's the face. Should I be doing this? Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to show anything.
This is when reality set in for you?
Yes, and I did not see him, so I'll let you know that Edward did his own scenes with Michael, and Michael did the scenes with me, so...
So this was also
okay, so this has to be... Look, there's my cat! Oh my God. And did you see the robe in the background?
Yes.
That was from Japan.
Oh, really?
I know I got that when I was in Japan.
Because you used to go with Japan for business, right?
Yeah. Yes. I went for a shoot. So, wow, and there's the hat. Did you see that hat?
Yeah.
See that mirror there? That was an old dresser that I had. It's a vintage. Look, she got scared and she's going underneath.
So you shot your pictures at your place, basically. Or was this...
It is my place.
Yeah.
It's a place in North Hollywood. I'm pretty sure that was the kitchen. What?
So I wonder...
No, that is not. Yeah, I believe the shower. Am I brushing my teeth in the car? I am.
You absolutely are. It's not too safe. And you're putting makeup on, too.
I am.
Yeah, they should probably have a warning about this as well.
This is probably the streets of Glendale here.
You were living there at the time?
No, I lived in Burbank. I was in North Hollywood. Okay. And that car that I'm in looks like the Honda Prelude that I had.
So, man, you actually stepped in for production here and you kind of provided a lot of your own...
That is not the car that I was in.
Oh,
that I'm driving in. I don't know whose car. I did not have a dark blue car like that.
Huh. So now we're actually
see the Corvette in the back, that black one?
Yeah.
There you go. That's more my style.
I see. So we're entering here kind of the main portion of the game before the long chase, but where is this parking lot?
So this is a Sunday in Glendale where there's hardly any cars. I know we see cars in here, but we decided to shoot in a place where there wasn't going to be a lot of people walking around. Plus, I don't know if you needed permits back then to shoot when you had a camera.
You generally
like
do.
Ed Wood.
Yeah.
Yes. See, and I know we didn't have permits.
So you just stole all the shots,
pretty
as
much.
It's called.
Yes, we did.
Oh
my gosh.
This is Michael as well then, as the narrator?
Uh-huh. Oh, he's talking to that. He's not talking to anybody. He's talking to a statue.
Yeah, on this bench. Yeah. This narrator will come back in various forms throughout the game.
I will say, I know it looks weird, everybody, but look at his flip-flops. Oh my goodness. Wow.
So he also plays your father.
He's creative, I will say that.
Yeah.
He plays what?
He also plays your father in this game. So he's multiple. I'm not sure if
I think he's the chicken.
He's also the chicken man, the famous chicken man. I'm just wondering if it's trying to say that the narrator is also your father, or, you know, did it say anything like this in the script? That
he was going to be my dad?
Yeah.
Probably, yes. Yeah. He's a nice man.
Yeah.
Is he still alive?
I believe so. Yeah.
Awesome.
We can confirm. I believe he's still alive, doing well, and he's in other business now.
That's excellent. Look at this. He makes a first move, Jeanne. Right. This is when in the game where you're picking the 3.
You're picking the 3 routes, and generally, if you pick the wrong one, it won't go too far.
I've heard.
Yeah, it will tell you basically.
Everybody
you made the
went
wrong
for number
move.
2 probably, or number 1.
Makes a move on him.
Yeah, either he or Jane.
Yeah.
Not meeting has to wait. That would be boring.
Yeah.
Who'd want that? Look at that little scooter in the background.
That's the choice they made. Yeah, I wonder if that was his scooter. I mean...
Or was it somebody's that we just sat on?
Yeah, and just bring the helmet. Like, who knows?
Knowing Michael, he just said, go over there real quick.
At this time, we haven't interviewed Edward yet for the production. We will eventually, but I am curious to ask him some of these same questions.
Right.
Where's this? Do you recognize where this would be?
It looks like Chewy's in Glendale.
I see. So it's mostly around that area.
Because I believe Michael lived in the area.
Oh, I see. Okay.
That's why he would frequent the restaurant, Chewy's.
So you say that you worked from a script, and I'm kind of curious. Did you act
At least the dialogue?
Right. So, did you shoot the dialogue on set? Do you remember coming back to do recording for voiceovers like ADR?
No voiceovers.
Okay. So
I just remember
ADR.
guerrilla shooting, boom, boom,
Right.
boom.
Wow.
Yeah. Go.
And actually, I have to
And
say
there was
that
really no rights and no wrongs. He was just just go with it. I remember feeling very comfortable with him.
Right.
The shower thing was a little uncomfortable, like I told you, because I'm a Catholic girl, you know,
Right.
and born and raised in, you know, I have my sisters and mom and dad, and you know how that goes.
Right.
But I felt a little, even though I had already done Playboy, because I did in December 1989, but this was different, you know. It was a different.
Well, your fans can now look up eBay for that issue, as you mentioned when it was. What was the first impressions you had of Edward when you met him?
Nice guy.
Yeah.
Very kind. Very nice.
Do you remember?
I'd never met him before, so I don't know where he found him.
I think, as I understand it, he was a
now
model.
she's in my car. Look, check that out.
Do you know who it is?
I have no idea, but that was the blue car that I was sitting in. It's probably the owner of the car.
So I'm confused about these characters because they come in now and they leave. They never come back. And
I know who that is. He was a friend.
Okay. So he's not part of the production.
They were extras, probably. Some extras that we did extra work with.
Right. Huh.
Giovanni. That's his name. I think that's Giovanni.
Okay.
I don't know the girl,
We're
but
uncovering all the mysteries here.
Yeah, I think that's Giovanni. This is cool.
He
Oh,
gets
look, she's
kicked
giving him
in-
a low blow. I probably taught her to do that.
That's a famous wrestling move right there,
That's it.
mastered by Ric Flair.
Pretty good. Look at it. Look at her face. There's the vet in the back.
So even though the game is known for being of questionable quality, some of these shots, I have to say, the framing of them are actually quite nice.
Yeah, but if you notice, see how they keep going with the same photo.
Yeah, I mean, they do reuse some shots, but
Yeah.
we're watching the old version here, but for the game, as the players are playing here, they can choose between seeing the scene
That's
in
right.
remastered
I'm sorry,
or
that's right.
original. And when I was remastering them, I was kind of surprised by just some of the framing was actually quite well done.
That's good.
Yeah, and especially, of course, shots of you, where they made sure that they got a good angle of you and just kind of...
Phone booth. Don't see those anymore.
No, those are all gone for the most part. You see them in Japan still.
Someone else sitting on the bike. What does it say? Oh, plumbers. What does that say?
It says
Plumber on a bike.
Plumber on a bike.
I love that. Wow. She moves fast.
All these people, this game moves fast.
I don't know that
And these
gentleman,
characters
by the
come
way.
and go. So this scene is kind of unrelated generally to the main storyline with you and John.
Okay.
But it kind of follows the same humor.
Do you know these people?
I'm not sure. I've been
Okay.
trying to kind of figure out
Yeah, who
why they're in the game. We can find their names in general, but they never end up being people from video games. They never really seem to be registered to the company that made this game.
They possibly could be extras or friends of Michael's.
I figured they were friends. Yeah.
People always help people out when they need freebies done.
Right. Do you remember kind of how long you were on this specific, we say set, but this location? Did you shoot over several days, or this all in
No,
one
we had
day?
to do this probably in one day.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's an overcast day, by the way. You don't see any shadows anywhere, which was perfect, really, for shooting. That probably, there's that.
Back to
again.
photo again.
Yeah.
Do you still have that jacket?
I knew you were going to ask me. I thought I did. But, no, I don't think so, but I like that jacket. It looks good on.
It's a nice jacket,
I think it's stretched in the places it needs to stretch. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. And
Look at this young lady.
And what's confusing about this is that these characters kind of pop up on the same spot that you guys are standing in as well. So it's high and loose with continuity.
Interesting.
But it adds to the zaniness of this game.
Look at his tie. Interesting.
He is wearing a tie, which means that...
another plumber, maybe.
Or not. She is wearing something quite
like
interesting.
A bra.
Yeah, it's just... I guess it's a top or a bra.
It looks kind of like what I was wearing.
And I'm guessing these people also then would have to be friends with production or...
Yeah, or extras. Because when we get to the boss, my boss, Paul, I think I got him this gig because he was
really?
looking for somebody to play my boss. I
Wow.
got the perfect guy, Paul Boker. Is it pronounced Boker?
I think it was Boker.
Yeah. Nice guy.
I think he has left us. We'll talk more about him as we get to him. But I mean,
sad.
some of these shots are pretty nice. I mean, there are. I did notice when I remastered these images that certainly some of them must be sourced from different types of equipment, because while I was asking you earlier, is that some of these images are clearly Polaroids or from a photo camera.
Yeah.
But
I don't think it's Polaroids. I think it's
there's no Polaroids in this?
I don't remember Polaroids.
Well, there's some shots in the there's some shots.
You'd be more the expert than myself.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm just looking at kind of contrast and color, even though it's low quality. You kind of
is that like a Swiss Army knife?
I think so. Yeah, it's the screwdriver on it or the wine bottle.
And there he is again over in front of the restaurant.
There's crazy music in the background.
Is he wearing those sandals? Yeah.
Yeah, he's still wearing the flip-flops and the hat.
So I don't think that myself or Edward were here during.
Right.
He just needed us for our scenes. He didn't bring us into his scenes, which was good.
You said it was like about 4 weeks of production. Maybe,
if that. I think we did a lot of things on the weekends because everyone was working.
Yeah, I was going to ask you if it was kind of every day or.
We'll have to get with Edward to find out, but I'm pretty sure we only did weekends because we were all working.
Right.
Is Kirin like the Kirin, like Kirin? I always remember Kirin beer.
So Kirin is the publisher, the original publisher.
I know, right. He makes the first move.
This is a nice shot of you. This is when we first started announcing and making trailers for the game, we remastered this image, and I have some stories about the remastering of these images that I think you'll find funny. But this was the one we used because we all thought that was such a nice picture of you standing there.
Yeah, thank you.
So now he's making the first move on you. And
as they shoot, they smile. You guys are just, smile, Jane, excuse me.
Did you get to know Edward a little bit on set, or was he shy? What kind of person was he?
I just remember him being very kind, very nice.
Mm-hmm. He is wearing a tie here, which is the same tie that the other gentleman was also wearing.
Oh, he is, isn't he? I think I blew him off here, didn't I?
Yes.
Because he was...
there he is. Yeah. Super.
I blew him off.
Now he's wearing a beret, so
right.
I guess there is some kind of context here of his mood, whether or not he gets more aggressive. I guess he gets more militaristic with his approach, and then eventually he turns into a chicken, which...
that is just... I don't understand the chicken part. Got to remember, too, when we did this, when we were doing this, I don't think we got to see all of this video at all, so we really didn't... I remember not really knowing how it was going to be put into a game.
Right.
How is this going to be put into a video game?
Right.
But did I care back then? No, we got paid. You know,
that's the most important part of working in video games.
We were paid. This was not free. Look, flowers.
He got them from where? Where did those flowers come from? Was he prepared?
They were on the bike. Didn't you see it?
I guess so.
They magically appeared. I guess I liked them. Look at his face, how cute. He's all happy.
He's very innocent.
Yes.
And he comes off to me as shy when you look at his pictures and stuff. He was a model, but I mean, this must have been his first acting gig. He did make a movie later on.
Okay.
Actually, a self-funded and self-directed movie.
Oh, I love that. Good for him.
Yeah. So I'm sure he will talk a little bit to us about that in
that'd be
his
exciting.
Interviews. But
we were all going on auditions back during this time, so I'm sure he was doing auditions. I know I was.
Yeah.
Let's see, Married with Children had already played. I think that was 92.
Right.
Again, it's season 4, episode 17. That myself, the farmer's daughter, the late farmer's daughter, and the late Big Bad Mama were on. So what are we doing here? Are we giving phone numbers?
I think there's an exchange here, yes.
There's no cell phones, you see.
No, this is
how we did it, kids. Back in the day, we didn't have these things to go, what's your number and I'll call you.
So this was shot around, was it 93 or 94? Do you
Somewhere
remember?
around there.
Yeah.
Could be 92 as well if it came out in 93.
Right. Now, when you were acting in this, I would have to say that your character comes off somewhat similar to you as a person. Was that kind of just you interpreting, like, did you recognize yourself in the character in the script, or did you just add yourself a little bit more
I
to
just
it and have
add
fun?
He really didn't give us that much direction, and
Right.
I was just being Jeannie,
Right.
being Jane. You know, he gave us a little bit, like, oh, look at that. That's
He's so happy.
great.
That is one of the best shots in the game.
That's a great shot.
I'm not sure what you're
Look
doing,
at,
though.
a la Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Look.
On the couch, yeah. Wow. It's a couch moment. You're just kind of standing looking at the wall there. I've been curious.
You know why? Because I probably thought I was out of frame. No one told me, tell the blonde to move to the left a little bit more.
It's like
please.
the Blair Witch Project, but many years
God,
earlier. It's like the ending of it.
I like the Blair Witch Project.
They do all these different angles of him doing this, and it's such a statue. You know, you
Maybe
can make
Michael
him out of
liked
bronze.
him a lot.
Yeah, it must be.
You know,
I mean,
Michael
Susique
probably
is,
said, "Hey, look, this is." Oh, he's putting on his jacket.
Yeah, his leather jacket there.
Yep.
He looks like a cool guy.
He was cool.
You know, he looks like a John.
Very professional.
Yeah, this is something that we've been very interested in learning more about. There is also the interviews with you on this game, which you can learn more about the production. But in general, you guys had a lot of fun on set.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So it was a very good experience for you overall.
It was a great experience because, like I said, both of us were trying to do acting back in the day.
Right.
And on this one, he just picked us. You and you are going to do this. We didn't have to be in a room full of 20 girls that look like Jane.
Right.
Which we always had to do.
How long was this after Glow went out of business? Do you remember?
3 years later. 2
3 years
to
later.
3 years later.
Yeah.
And I was dabbling into stunt work as well, a little bit.
Right.
Stunts. Kind of there. This was like, I told you, the lingerie shows that we did at Chewy's. And we also did them at Barney's Beanery. They were lunch shows. We'd walk around. We'd sell raffle tickets. And you'd win a prize. There you go.
Wow.
That would get people to come to the lunches.
Right.
You see. And look at him. He's either posing or thinking. But I'm not sure what the video's saying.
I'm not sure. But so generally in the script then, it was somewhat loose, you said. Like you followed some dialogue, you followed some directions, but it wasn't too detailed in terms of just kind of... So
No, it was not detailed. I don't remember it being detailed.
So there was a lot of improvisation from you guys?
Yeah, a lot of improv.
Yeah.
I think there was improv, and he directed a little bit, and we just went with it, and he loved what we did.
Right.
Love it or hate it, that's what you got.
Well, it does sound... I was going to mention earlier in this commentary, but it does... Even though, again, the questionable quality of some of the production and like the sets are all stove and whatnot, your performances are actually somewhat genuine and like it flows fairly well. So it does sound like you're having a lot of fun. There's very little stumbling. There's very little uncertainty. And voiceovers were very new in video games at this point. So it is actually somewhat well acted for what it is. And then you playing yourself, I'm sure you had a lot of confidence in just kind of going out there and being yourself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like being the character Hollywood, basically, in Glow. And it wasn't long. Here's the thing, though, is see how we're seeing the game? Pick this as... I don't remember any of that. Do this and do that and pose over here and come over here. You know, that's basically... Because I don't even think I had the game. Oh, look at that. I must have. I took control there, didn't
That's
I?
a schmooch.
I guess. Now, how did I feel about that one? Let's see. It's 1993. Oh, yeah. I knew who I was dating. Okay.
Yeah, won't disclose who it is, but that's a nice shot, too.
That was a great shot. I was going to say.
So when these...
Not much fat on my body here. I can tell you that. I'm critiquing myself right now.
You shouldn't. You look great now and then. So
but I'm critiquing it going, I wish I could be 30 again. Woo!
I'm in my 30s and I look way worse than you.
That's not true.
So
Now he said, what did I tease him a little bit?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. He didn't like that. But yeah, as you see these things that you're seeing, Michael would just that's where the improv would come in right there. That wouldn't have been, he would have said, do this and do that. But
right.
I don't even remember getting a copy of this game. I think I got mine on Amazon.
Really?
I'm pretty sure. And Amazon wasn't around back then.
Yeah, so you just,
so I had no
being
idea.
in the game, you knew about it.
Basically, we did this game, or I did this game, and so did Edward, and then just moved on. I didn't think twice about it. What happened to it?
Yeah,
like where did it go?
It went on some store shelves, not too many, unfortunately, and then it resurfaced on the internet later on, and then became very valuable, which we'll talk a bit about. I'm curious if you spoke to Edward at all after production, or was it only during production?
Only during production.
And what about Michael?
I can't remember. I'm sure he still came to the shows, and like with any job, time goes on and you move on. Let's see, that's 1993. Trying to think. New boyfriend. At that
New
point.
adventures.
Yeah, new adventures. You move on. I don't remember staying in contact with Edward. But we're totally two different people, too.
Right.
He had very short hair, and I didn't like short hair back then. I liked long hair and bad boys, and I think he was a really good boy.
He does come off that way.
But he's handsome. Oh, my goodness. There's Paul.
Yes, so this is, do you remember, it was Paul Boker, right? Boker.
Yes, I worked with him on some sets before.
Yeah, I'm very curious about this. So we're now entering what is probably more controversial part of the game, and we'll try to provide some context to it though. But where did you know him from then, if you got him a gig?
We were doing some extra work on some movies or TV back in the day. He also had a son that was a little younger than me, but we were always on sets and running into each other.
Right.
So I think we were the same agent as well. And that's why we were on different things.
Do you kind of remember anything he was in before this?
I'd have to look him up on IMDb, but no, not offhand. But he's a good actor. I thought that he was a very good actor.
Yeah.
Look at that face. What?
It's interesting again that like the performances are fairly straightforward and genuine for this game. They have a little bit of fun in the in the performance.
Am I crying?
I think they did try to make it look like you're crying a bit.
Oh my goodness, yeah. I think. Are you going to ask me, are those real tears?
Were they? Was it when you thought about
where
am I?
Of course they were real.
Doing? Yeah.
Of course those are real.
As an actor, it has to be real, right?
That's right. And look at his face. He was a nice guy.
He has texture, that man.
Yes.
Like I had to remaster his face quite a lot, and it's interesting. I've seen every pore.
How do you put a Thresher? That's what they called him.
Yeah, his name is Thresher.
So see this building here. This is another building, I believe, in Glendale. And again, we're there on Sunday. I'm thinking it's where Michael worked.
So
I'm pretty sure that's why we went there. This was his office. I mean, that's how I remember it. His office. Definitely Sunday. Nobody there, and the parking lot.
It's really a do-it-yourself production.
It is
for a video game.
For real.
And this was what was so interesting about these types of games is that because it's video-based, you could kind of cheat your way into a game setting like this. You didn't have to program an AI. You didn't have to make graphics. You were the graphic, right?
Right.
So
a cheap way of doing it.
A cheap way of doing it. And this probably was on the lower end of the spectrum in terms of budgets.
Of course.
Do you remember if there was any budget?
We'd have to ask Michael, but I'm sure this all came out of Michael's pocket.
Right.
And why did why did Michael decide to make this? That's what I would love.
Yeah, I would love to know as
but
well.
You know what? Some people are like
that.
They're very creative and they say, I want to make a video game.
There were, movie people at this time were looking at this as kind of the future and a new avenue. So there was a lot, especially from television. There's a lot of people who looked at it and said like, well, I produce episodic small action films on TV for low budgets. And video games is the perfect platform to do something like that. So I do wonder if Michael also maybe put some money into television maybe at some point.
No clue. I do not know, but he may have. I wish I knew more about, when you're younger and you're being the actor or the star in the movie, and you're younger and you don't have siblings or anybody else in the business, you're not thinking of the technical and the behind the scenes stuff of everything, which I love now.
Yeah.
I love asking who, what, why, and where. And here it was just like a gig. It's going to pay my rent. It's money. Yes, this is on the up and up. Oh, that's a cute smile.
That's very nice.
Yeah.
This still makes me think that it's a video camera because you can see the blurring of the frame.
Right.
And later on, you see that. Like,
do you mean pulling from the video?
Yeah. So it was a still, and then.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why it's pixelated.
Yeah. Look at that. That's a cute shot again, though.
It's cute. Look at him smiling.
He's very happy.
He's waiting. Is he still waiting in the parking lot for me?
Probably. He wants you to come back out.
Or this is part of the game part, see?
So generally, yeah. I can see. You must have had, quite a lot of shoots on this day, though. Like, just a lot of...
Yeah, can you see that?
Because...
And the cool thing, again, I remember saying that it was a cloudy day, so it really didn't matter where the sun was.
Right.
For continuity. I think this is where also the cover of the video is taken from one of these stills. Oh, now I'm going to punch him and get in that girl's car. What was she doing in my car? Come on, we need continuity here.
That's not the game's strong suit.
I know, but there's Chicken Man. Oh, and there's the
very first time.
And there's the flip-flops.
So yeah, we don't know the context of this, but it is the most famous part of the game.
What is the bag next to him? Is that a bag? Do you see the...
I see underneath there, yeah.
It looks like Cracker Barrel, but there was no Cracker Barrel back then.
No.
What is that?
Maybe he just bought some nachos or something in between shooting.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I do wonder how many people will... Because this is always just kind of like one or two people in these shots. You are not there.
But
so
it could be the gentleman that we saw's name that did the photography.
So I wonder if this was just something they went out and did on an off day and just kind of had fun.
I'm sure they did.
Do you remember kind of how much equipment generally was on set? Did you have
lights? Not like what it looks like in here. No.
Yes, in our expensive recording studio.
Did we have lights? Gosh. He might have had one light.
Maybe light.
Those old lights, Yeah,
yeah.
The ones that get really hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bulbs.
Now look at that. Because that drawing right there, I don't think your cat even could make something that looks like that.
Yeah, that's interesting. Finds a job for Jane after all.
Yeah, here are the different situations that you're going to be facing when it comes to this scene. Do you kind of remember in general, when you were shooting these scenes, they go in an interesting direction.
Yeah, they do.
Depending on the choice, right? How you came from lingerie modeling and stuff you mentioned, but like how prepared were you for these situations with Michael?
Well, I felt comfortable on set.
Yeah.
I know that with these guys, but still you're just like, you always know here what feels good and what doesn't feel good.
Right.
All the time. So I felt a little uncomfortable. But that being said, he probably thought that I'd be the perfect Jane because we were doing lingerie shows at lunchtime at restaurants. So I was already dressed like that. So,
and it is shot like when you do end up in that attire, and it is shot very much like a lingerie model is shot in the catalog and such. It doesn't really go much beyond that.
No, it doesn't.
So while the situation is somewhat interesting here with him propositioning himself onto you and other various questionable things.
But that's what happened in the 80s.
Yeah,
exactly what you're seeing right here with Me Too today. This is what, and some ladies could handle that.
Yeah.
And for me, in a real life situation, I can tell you, all you have to say is no, and you can walk away from it.
Yeah.
This is different because this is a game, and we were doing what the script said.
Yeah.
And that's fine. There's no harm.
It should also be mentioned that, there are different situations in the game, and while it has become famous on the internet for certain situations, the game itself does actually allow you to go in other directions.
Sorry, I interrupted you.
these to me, sometimes there's some shots here for the office that do look like Polaroids just because of the lighting.
Okay.
And it could also be just because of the backlight.
And it probably was Polaroid. You're probably
could be
right.
something like this, or
yeah,
because this looks different from the others. The quality we're watching here is not from the source, but when I was remastering some of these shots, I kind of noticed that, like, hey, these shots are very different from. And I wonder if, do you remember if there were workers in this office at the time, or was it just after working hours?
I think it was after working hours.
Okay.
It was definitely a Sunday.
Yeah.
I love it. No, I don't want a taxi.
You want to ride that scooter.
Right. This is great. The reactions. And this is Michael just saying, okay, this is what's happening.
Right. That's a shot too.
Wow-wee. Such a close-up. No wrinkles back then. Look at that.
I would have to think that...
And we did, by the way, there's nobody on set to do your makeup, obviously. No one there to do my hair. You could see that. Yeah.
So you did everything yourself then?
Well, it was just, just show up and do your thing. And when you're, when you're 29, that time was different than it is today. There's not these apps that make us look prettier and nicer and can do this and do that. It was just go.
There are apps, though, that can put actual chicken faces on you. So
yeah,
I guess that's something that it gave society, is the ability to now put
also,
chicken
when you're
faces
young,
on.
you're more confident as well.
Mm-hmm.
You're not thinking, oh, back then I was like, you know what? Oh, I wouldn't hesitate to wear high heels and something that showed my body, because that's what we did.
That was part of the
and
product
it's different
that you're
when
providing.
you're, but when you're young as well, there's no fear, and you're confident. Obviously, I had to be doing this. Nowadays, I'm like, okay, wait a minute, I need my makeup done and my hair, and I need some sleep.
Well,
Can you give me some water?
At Limited Run, we did try to provide you with some of these things, but you still have to do your own makeup.
Of course. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about back then, there's just no fear.
Yeah.
You come in the way, the way you kind of, of course I put some makeup on, but I'm just looking at my hair. I'm like, did I not curl my hair? Is it not brushed properly? It makes me laugh.
I like your hair in this game, I have to say. But, I was born in the 80s, so this is...
looking like we're just looking now in the rain today.
Was this also your necklace? This is a different necklace.
Yeah, I saw that necklace. I'm like, where did that one come from?
So this is the famous scene.
Yeah, it looks like he's thinking that he is asking me to do something different.
Yes, so very different from the other choices.
Yes.
And again, it does end up in a situation which is definitely out there, but your character does actually kind of circumvent it and get, you're strong enough to stand up to this. Yeah. And you as a person as well, you're pretty strong. You're a wrestler. You've always portrayed strong female energy, right?
Always. So yeah.
Even in this game, I think in some ways this has been portrayed as a little bit harsher than maybe the reality is. It's a very bad situation, but your character gets out of that situation by being cunning and being strong.
Right.
Look at this. He always had a different hat.
Yeah,
he started with a top hat.
Right. Now he's got to the police hat.
He got the police hat. He got the chicken mask. Now I'm curious. Did you see that chicken mask stuff while production, or did you
remember?
Did you discover this many years later?
I can't remember. Now look what's happening here.
Yeah.
Now I'm seeing that that shot right there looks different than the shot. Oh no! See, that's different.
Yeah.
See that white and black?
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't white and black a minute ago because I just had a bra on.
Right.
So we had to have some kind of a wardrobe change in here.
Maybe it was shot a little bit earlier.
Probably.
Yeah.
Or this was shot later and the other was earlier.
Yeah.
Because as I remember, I think we shot in the parking lot first.
Okay.
I think all the scenes outside was shot first.
That was the first day of production then, or you don't remember?
No, it wasn't the first day. I think that was another day. Oh, but see, that's different. I don't see black. That was like a bra that clicks in the middle.
Getting all the information we need here about your wardrobe. And here's the censorship icon again. So
yeah, but I'm covered.
You are covered. It should be noted that like the game
now
itself.
This is the censorship that they did.
So yeah, in the game there is an optional censorship. Though in the game, if you do remove it, you are still clothed. So you never do actually take off.
Right.
This shot, by the way, too.
Listen to the music.
Did you come up with some of these kind of scenarios yourself, or was this in the script? Do you remember? Because eventually,
probably Michael saying, "I want it to look like," and I'm like, "Well," or maybe we wore this at the show,
right?
I may have wore that particular outfit at the show,
right?
I'm trying to think where that whip came from.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, was that Michael's whip or was it yours?
I don't know. Well, playing a bad guy, and I love Halloween, so it might have been mine.
Right.
Handcuffs, that's definitely from Hollywood and Vine are my characters, so I probably bought those.
Right. So you're kind of using
probably was my props.
Yeah, what's your props?
Yeah, I think everything's my props.
You brought this set yourself.
Yeah.
Well, you still like
props to the props.
If only you still had them, because then we could like take a picture of it and include in the game. You know, the original whip from Plumbers Don't Wear Ties. We'll put it up for auction. It really does enjoy these inverted effects.
I think I used to have it somewhere. It could look.
He takes off as much clothes as you do.
I don't remember him taking off his jacket.
You probably blocked that out of your memory.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting how we do that sometimes?
No offense to Paul. I mean, he's probably
sorry,
very nice
but
man.
You were in it, but I don't remember.
Right.
What?
Now these situations here.
Ride 'em, cowboy.
I'm curious if you came up with this or if Michael came up with that.
Michael came up with that.
I can see why. Okay. It's weird that Michael did not also play fashion.
Michael came up with all of it.
Now he has the drink back now.
Okay.
He's enjoying another drink. It looks very hot on this day. He looks...
so the sun is out?
Yeah.
In Southern California?
I wonder if that's why they use these effects sometimes.
Why is the chicken head upside down?
Oh, well, we don't know. It's just one of those things.
Wow, no wonder when they reviewed it, it got all these interesting comments.
I think it's just because of the general just chaos that's ending up on screen here. Like, the story itself is somewhat nonsensical and it just diverges into chaos.
Right.
And it's also for just the sake of having... It does reuse a lot of images, right? So I wonder if they just... kind of like, well, invert colors here and turn it upside down.
Yeah, let's just make new things here and there. Because if you look at it, we have the apartment building,
right,
outdoors, and the office building.
Yeah.
Those three. Which tells me those could be 3 different days only.
Yeah.
And that's when I'm thinking now that I'm rewatching this, that we shot all of this one day.
Yeah.
The parking lot was also the same day. And then it had to be a different day for the apartment. Yeah.
I see.
So possibly it could have just been 3 weeks, 3 weekends. We didn't spend obviously a lot of time on this.
So this is the other choice where, as we mentioned, you actually decline and run and kind of get away from it. Yeah.
Look at that.
So the game itself does allow you to stand up for yourself. And even on the wrong choice as it is, you do stand up for yourself. And
in real life, can I say that happened to me? Oh, look, I'm wrestling him. I love it. A nice scissor across the arm there.
You got arm scissor with your leg.
Yeah, I'm doing a leg scissor on his arm. Exactly. And a heel to the face. I had a situation that came up like that, and I said no.
Yeah.
That's it. And I knew to myself, am I going to lose this job?
Yeah.
I did not lose my job. But I stood up for myself. That is a true story. And I still had my job. I like that shot too. I'm tan, so this tells me it's summertime.
Now you have the shirt back on. So this tells
go ahead.
This tells me that this was shot on either before or on a different day from the office scenes, because now you have your jacket back on outside.
Right.
Now, I am...
Which would be the same day
Right.
as this.
That's all the other stuff.
Uh-huh. The
Now,
outdoor stuff.
I wonder, though, did Michael ever ask you, like, to run around in your bra in public and you said just like, no, let's not do that? Or...
It was a Sunday. There was no one around. I don't think we had an issue with it.
So you wouldn't...
I just went, yeah, let's just do it. I don't remember feeling it's like a bathing suit.
Right.
That's how I looked at it. I felt okay.
From your modeling, you probably...
And I don't remember anybody watching us or coming up.
Oh, really?
Either. I do not remember anyone staring or looking. Or...
I guess in LA, it's just kind of,
Plus,
well,
again... Now, who's this?
I'm not sure. The Karate Woman is a narrator. This narrator actually comes in to take over the game, she says, and then berates you for making all the wrong choices earlier. But Michael will come back and will dispose of her.
She appeared out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Now, this is a whole different day.
Yeah, this seems to be, have been shot different, like on a different day with just a small crew. Because it has
and the sun is out. We can see shadow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Totally different day.
Still wearing the flip-flops, though. But she's not wearing any shoes.
No, she doesn't need to. She's in her gi.
So, and a purple belt, I guess.
It
looks like, yeah. So,
a nice shot to the jaw. Good for her.
And now we will be hearing about all the wrong choices we made. And
I love it.
Yeah, and it's interesting. Again, the game does sort of try to uphold a little bit of kind of moral.
That's good.
Quality in that sense, that it does actually point out that, like, hey, there are wrong choices and you made all of them according to this. So
of course the player's going to make all the wrong choices.
Well, you have to 100% the game.
Who's going to play the boring, she leaves, she exits, she says no, I know I would want to see more.
Right. Yes, and now she actually is going over all of the choices.
Is that the script in her hand? Look.
I was going to ask you.
That's the script.
Okay.
It has to be.
So that's actually the prop. That's the script. We do have a copy of the script digitally. The original Word document that he's printed out.
I would love
we'll show
to
it
see
to
that.
You. Yeah. So
that's cool.
It's not that, for a script, it wasn't that long, obviously, as a game.
Right.
And also what I noticed when looking at it was there wasn't really anything. I was wondering if we were going to find scenes or dialogue or something that wasn't used. Like some
deleted scenes. Did you find that?
We didn't find any other than...
What format did you get this on?
So we got like floppy disks and such.
You did? Floppy disks. I remember those. Okay.
We got everything that does exist. It doesn't exist.
Did you have to find a new machine to an old machine to play that?
Wait,
floppy disk was the one that went into the computer, right?
Yeah.
They were like yellow, orange, different colors?
Yeah, they could be. And then that had various documents on it.
Oh my goodness.
And we did extract, like the images,
right.
We extracted from the actual game code.
Interesting.
We do have a separate commentary for the development and tech on this game as well.
Oh, cool.
Joe Modulewski and George. No last name.
I love it. But no deleted scenes?
So, in terms of deleted scenes for this game, there was a PC version actually released that doesn't seem to have made it much into retail. We don't really know. There's very little documentation on it. That game does have some additional footage and content, which we are calling deleted scenes just because publicly most people haven't seen it.
Right.
But in the script, those are actually mentioned.
Okay.
So I wouldn't say that they're deleted as they did make it into a version of the game. That PC version seems to have been made after the 3DO version, if I'm correct. So it's probably just materials that they were like, well, we have it, let's just put it in.
Yeah.
For whatever reason they did on 3DO, because there's nothing really questionable about it or anything. It's just extra.
He marketed this to who, what, where back then?
So generally, this game had to be ordered from magazines, in the back of magazines.
Okay.
Gaming magazines and stuff would have listings. And generally, that's where you could find it. They're holding hands. Yeah. What a nice... This is a nice shot
touch.
as well.
And I'm like,
You don't like that. This is a very good shot, though. I actually like this very much. Now, I remastered all the images myself for this. And I want I'll talk a little bit more about that in the other commentaries and interviews I've done. But I wanted to tell you one thing was that to do this, not to get too technical, but you have to train a computer to recognize faces in order to reproduce them at a higher quality.
Okay.
This is very scary technology. But I basically had to take a lot of your images from this game as well as from Glow, everything I could find of you.
Okay.
And then the computer will learn what you look like and reproduce that at a higher quality.
Oh, wow.
So it basically redraws you.
Look at that.
Artificially, yeah.
That's Glendale
now
for sure.
You have no shirt on. So.
Oh boy. Is that a banana peel?
It looks like it, because
I love it.
he's going to slip on
I love
it.
bananas anyway, so there you go. Look.
When I was remastering your images, though, so I have to train them for each individual person. And
Lake Hollywood.
Yeah.
Lake Hollywood.
This
Look, Hollywood. I love it.
Look at this.
Roman's Chinese?
Yep, it's all in Hollywood.
Yeah, see? Oh my
goodness.
goodness.
A production shot, huh?
Okay, so this is, oh my goodness.
Do you remember this? Like, do you just remember
I do now.
going to all these...
Oh my gosh, do you know where that is?
It's like the
Hollywood Bowl.
Yeah, that's where the Disney concert and stuff.
That is, you guys. Oh, and I love the Griffith Observatory.
I used to work in LA, so I've been
to
these.
I love all these iconic places.
I wish we could go on like
Where's
a location
James
tour.
Dean?
Yeah.
Look, James Dean walked around all this.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my goodness, you could not do that today, people. There's no way.
That's a good shot too, by the way.
Pulling the hair.
Yeah,
that looks like downtown LA. Oh, that's Chinatown?
Chinatown.
Oh my God. Now those people are staring at us, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, they must have thought we were nuts.
This is not what they see every day in Chinatown, huh?
Look, there's people. Look.
Yeah.
They're taking
pictures, yeah.
That's downtown. That's
I think that poster is fake, by the way. I think that's added in post, as they say.
Well, I think the Schubert Theater or whatever, that theater down there in Century City.
Yeah.
Here's a girl running around, so what, in her bra.
Look at that guy. Do you remember this? Because I have a suspicion he just sat there and ate an ice cream and you jumped up to him.
That could be the photographer.
Do you think so?
No. I'm just saying.
I think you just jumped on him.
That's Travel Town. I probably picked these places. I love all these places that we're at.
Right.
Travel Town. Look at that.
This is where I think it really comes off how much fun you guys have.
Damsel in Distress. Yeah. Love
Production
it.
Shot.
You know where that's at? I know exactly.
That's by the train station, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's on Bell Street.
Yeah. I used to go there all the time.
So do you know how long it would take to run through all of those areas? There's one of the vendors.
I have a feeling
that's Hamburger Hamlet.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I should be exhausted by now. He looks like he's going to have a heart attack.
Town. Yeah.
That must have been a long day. And in the hills.
Do you remember what this building was? Is it just, did you find an abandoned building just like, let's steal a shot here? Or was it something Michael owned? Did he have property? Because
no clue, guys.
This is just like an empty building, right?
It is an empty building.
And kind of decrepit, and there's some filing, there's some furniture. I always assumed, wow, that's a risky shot.
Wow. I had a red polka dotted bikini, so.
Matching his tie.
That wasn't, that's
I don't think that was planned.
That was not planned. Look, those are apartments over there.
Yeah. So I was wondering if this maybe Michael owned this and renovated it or something.
Yeah.
Because it seems...
We're going to need to ask Edward.
Yeah. I will absolutely ask him when we speak to him about this. It's a good shot too.
Yeah, that's a great shot.
Speaking of Edward, as I was mentioning to you, I was remastering your images, but I had trained the computer to look at different people, and that's different modes basically. I would have to select you to reproduce images of you. I made mistakes sometimes, and I would have you on Edward. So I would reproduce this image of Edward, but it would recreate your face on him. I'm not sure if I'm going to add that in the
well,
in the
it kind of would go with the storyline, sort of the way it goes
I
here.
did keep a few of those mistakes,
That's
so
funny.
maybe I'll show them off
I'd like to
in
see
like
that.
The Plumb the Depths mode.
Wow.
So this enters the last part of the game here, where there's a negotiation going on. How much?
What am I must be saying? Don't.
Yeah, you're basically telling him not to
kill him.
Yeah.
No, don't kill him.
And then Thrasher will start saying that he just wanted to spend some time with you, and he's willing to pay for it.
There's that internegative looking shot.
Yeah, it's weird. Now we're back to the narrator for the last time here. She's now no longer in the gi. That's actually somewhat of a nice dress.
Cute little dress.
Yeah. So I'm
I
really
wonder
not
where
sure.
he found her from.
Yeah, I'm
Again,
guessing.
it might have been a friend or an actress.
No, there's Michael again. He's coming back to take over
This
production.
toy gun.
Yeah, toy gun. And he actually
You
does...
could not get away with any of this today.
No.
Oh my goodness.
And it does this kind of
Wow.
mafia hit job on her.
Wow.
So, but as you were saying, though, you guys were just having fun on set.
Yeah.
There was never a bad day, huh?
Never a bad day.
No.
Absolutely not. This was all fun.
Because when I contacted you to take part in this production, you've been very generous with us and actually taken a lot of interest in this, and we're very happy about that. But generally, you always spoke so highly of the fun you had, and this is something I wanted to talk to you about for this commentary, which is, it sounds so much like you guys just had fun.
We
overall.
did. We did have a good time. This was just, it's something that we also were able to put on our resumes when we were trying to get a resume together. And I think I did have this as a video game. I think I have this on the IMDb as a video game as well.
I actually, yes, you do now, because I added you.
Thank you.
Because I did notice that it was a little bit incomplete, and so and also Edward was not credited under his real name, proper name.
Right.
So I added him as well. So
that's why I saw it. That's why it's there, because you put it there. I see.
This is also a very funny shot here of him just aiming that toy gun, obvious toy gun, at himself.
Yes, and the helmet.
Did you ever get any kind of production stills or anything after the production was over?
No, we did not.
You did not,
no. Sadly, we did not. It's just kind of like doing your gig and going to the next gig.
Yeah.
Do you
remember what your next gig was right after this? Do you kind of remember where you went straight after this?
I'm trying to think.
It would have been 93, 94-ish. So.
Right. Well, I had my company started, so I was wrestling. So I'm still wrestling here.
Still?
Yeah. And still doing games. There was a lot of game shows back then. A lot of those 90s dating ones. Dating Game was one during this time.
Yeah.
And it was interesting because on all of those shows, I was the luckiest person back then. I was winning.
Yeah.
Winning, that's not even a,
you win at a dating show.
But there was quite a few different game shows that I had done. And once one company had or production company had your name, I don't know how they would get, other ones would come and say, we got your number from da-da-da-da. And I'd go and audition, and there'd be another one.
Also back then, it was no YouTubing, there was no internet. So once you found a talent that was good for TV, someone that was obviously as beautiful as you are, but also had the personality, because you were a wrestler.
And real can't even talk. The word I'm using is when you're reliable. I can't say today.
Just say, and when you're reliable.
Yes, and because I was very reliable.
Yeah.
For the on these shoots, if I said I was going to be somewhere, I was always there. And on a set, you show up early.
Yeah.
You do not show up late.
I mean, you were even such a strong personality that you were on a game show with Sting, the wrestler, right?
That's right. We did 15 episodes.
Yeah.
15 episodes. Well, let me just tell you, against WCW, regardless of what some of our answers were, I just knew to hit that button, not think later. Punch the button and then figure out and I'm like, and I blurt out something stupid sometimes.
So this sequence here goes on for a long time. It's a negotiation of your price, kind of what you're worth. And I have a feeling here, because I think the script doesn't really go through this as much. So I also felt like this must have been improvised on the spot maybe a little bit. And there's a lot of jokes and just kind of small
talk here.
Yeah, just small talking. And I'm wondering.
So you must, say, just go with it.
Yeah, and kind of pad out a little bit.
And it could have been towards the end of the day as well. Right. Everyone's getting tired,
At least it's summer in LA, right? So you're not getting cold standing there.
I'm not.
Without a top on.
And I'm tan, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is back up in the building again.
This is an apartment that's renovated, or being renovated, rather.
It's so weird how we remember certain things, but not all things. Like going through the marketplaces that brings back lots of memories.
What was your main memory when I contacted you for this, like when people would mention Plumbers Don't Wear Ties? What was kind of the main memory you had for the longest time?
Well, at first, I just done the gig, and that was it. So it wasn't even in my mind. And then as the internet and we had emails and people could find you, put in searches for your name, I started getting the emails from people all over the world.
Yeah.
And they would either say they loved it or they thought it was the most hilarious thing in the world, or people just went, oh my God, we hated it, or we have a fan club in Amsterdam and you're, you know, it's all of those things. And then I started looking it up, and then I saw it on YouTube, and I saw a lot of views, and it just brought back a lot of good memories. But you never know, some of the jobs that you may have done would come back 30 years later or whatnot, and be a cult,
right?
You know, type of thing.
So this is the wrong, well, I guess the bad ending when you walk out with
him.
Now he was your friend though, so I guess.
Yeah, he was my friend. Yeah, Paul was my friend.
In real life, it would be a good ending.
It's a great ending for me and Paul. Plus, I got him the gig.
Did you have contact with him after his game as well?
Not so much.
So this would be the last...
we would have worked together
right
back in the day, but people move on. I'm just trying to think where I lived in '93. I think I'm in North Hollywood.
Yeah.
And after '93, you were asking me, '94, '95, I remember doing a lot of working for Jägermeister and Budweiser and Miller.
You were doing commercials then? Or?
No, those were like, we were promo girls for the company. We were called Jaeger Girls, and we'd go to a lot of events. And again, and then we would do our lingerie shows. So while you're trying to do the acting, these are your side gigs.
Yeah.
And those were our side gigs. This is another one here. And then there was Playboy too, because I did a few different issues of the different issues that Playboy, like they would have like the Office Girls of the Office, or different ones.
So here we're going into the real ending where you actually do end up with John and Jane. I guess it does have some, like, a little bit of Tarzan inspiration, but
I love it. Oh, there he goes.
Yeah, now he's telling him off.
There's a lot to this game. I mean, there's not a lot. There's not a lot to the game, but there's the 40 minutes that they put into it.
I have to say,
just look at the background, guys.
Yeah, it's just
like bizarre.
Just random furniture. It looks like some older furniture. So
I'm assuming we would shoot where there was nobody.
Yeah.
You know, so there would be no sound.
Not even a floor here. You know, no carpeting, no nothing. So it must have been a building.
But it must have been something of Michael's, because we wouldn't have gone any place that we weren't allowed to be in.
Right. Yeah. I have to say, like, you and Edward look, you know, great all throughout the game, but Paul looks like he's getting a little bit tired, a little bit irritated, a little bit sweaty. You know, his hair is getting unkempt. I'm guessing this now goes towards the night, and it's just getting hot in this building. You can kind of see that also.
Are we a little moist on our faces?
A little bit. You know, you can see the 5 o'clock shadow coming in pretty heavy on Edward. So I think this must have been the longest day based on everyone's
You're
expressions.
Funny. He's Italian, right? So
yes,
am I.
Yeah. Fasulo is his last name, Edward Fasulo. And after this, he would go on to make a movie for himself.
That's right.
A Christmas movie. And we're actually recording this around Christmas time, so I guess it will be the company Christmas movie this year.
Right.
But he does a speech here.
Look at my hair. It's just like we were running around all day. I mean, and I think like you said, it was probably very warm in that building.
I know you don't remember too much which days and stuff this was, but this comes off to me maybe as one of the last days. Yeah,
it probably was the last day.
I think that's the mother.
Is that the mother?
Yeah. Do you remember which actress that was at all?
I do not know this lady. I don't remember.
Maybe it's Michael's mother.
It could be.
Yeah. She actually does a fairly good job as well. She's one of the funnier characters.
Or it could have been a friend of Paul's.
Yeah.
You know, my job was just to get Paul.
He ends up with her.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, so
perfect.
So
like a big bag of C's candy, but it's not. Didn't say C's on it.
This is also a very nice shot, by the way.
Yeah, that's a
like
nice
that.
shot. 2 kids having a good time.
Yeah.
Put your clothes on, Jane. Doesn't he say that? Take your damn clothes off.
Take your damn clothes
off.
That's
what it is. Take your damn clothes off. Yes, and those were some of the emails that I got too.
Is that just a subject line? It's
Yes.
like, I wonder if it's a fan or some
That's
harassment.
the cover.
Yes, that is the famous cover that is on the cover shoot.
That's great.
Yeah, and this goes back to the Sunday where we were just shooting all this.
Right,
so it's actually
and it's overcast.
time. Yeah.
And we had May gray, June gloom. So again, this could be June.
Yeah.
Or May or July, and we're having no sun because we would always have that up until 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Right. This was definitely morning. I know that.
That's a great pose he's striking there. We wanted to find that check-in mask. We have not found it. If someone out there
did you ask Michael?
We haven't been able to locate him.
Yeah.
Other than we got some email correspondence, but
nothing as of late.
Yeah. So as of this point in the production, we're not sure. But
now, if this is 30 years ago, I'm thinking, how does Michael back then? He was older than us.
Yeah, he looks like he is
50, so he could be 80.
Yeah.
Right now.
He's probably getting up there in age.
I want the Hollywood ending. That's funny.
We did talk to him, obviously, to get this game, and he was surprised by. We did ask him kind of what his feelings were that like we are coming in, remastering it.
Right. What did he say?
Yeah, he was just very surprised, but he was happy to that fact that like something has survived.
Good for him.
Kind of, this, for.
And I'm sure his head is in a different place than it was.
Yeah, I believe he is in exercise and dieting or something like this.
Are you talking about Edward?
No.
Are you talking about Michael?
Michael.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah. He did go on to do some diet video systems or something like that.
Okay.
So he did go into other business. I think most of everyone included in this production went on to other business.
Yeah.
And you today make soaps. You still wrestle. So you all ended up in a good place in life.
And of course, the soap is just a side gig. It's calming.
Yeah.
It's relaxing. And that came about before COVID.
Right.
I was just like, oh, how do you make this?
Yeah.
Oh, I like this. No preservatives? Oh, it's great. This is over by the freeway too, by the way, the 134 freeway in Glendale.
Mm-hmm. I'm curious, and I'm guessing the answer is no, but do you remember Michael saying something about let's make another game at some point?
I do not remember that.
So there was no talks of doing Plumbers 2, The Return.
But I'd do it again if I had to.
Well, let's see. You never know. Would Jane be making soap as well?
Sure, why not?
Why not? We're having we're scripting right here, right now. But yeah, we'll see.
I love the eyeliner. I still do that. Look at that. Amazing. Some things just don't die.
Well, as I said, you haven't changed much at all. It's really amazing. And it was interesting also when I was remastering it, it's not too outdated in terms of the fashion, and there's some like shoulder pads.
It's 80s, but it's like, 80s stuff. I still have the skirt. I have pumps that look the same,
and that's come back also.
Of course, yeah, that can still go today. That outfit right there. Totally. Oh yeah.
You were asking me like, should I bring something? And I was curious how much of this wardrobe you would have now.
I have the skirt. I can have the top similar.
Yeah.
Not the jacket and the heels.
Yeah, the jacket was what I was most curious about if you had.
We talked about that.
Yeah. It's really cool.
Yeah, I wish I had that. I probably had it for a while. But when I went through some of even my wrestling boots, there was a pair of wrestling boots. I have no idea why I got rid of my pink wrestling boots with the skulls on them. Like, why would I do that? I kept other ones. Why did I get rid of those? It's just whatever I was going through. My nails aren't that long, but they're dark. They're either light or they're dark.
Yeah. So how many people were do you remember kind of in general what was the full cast of production here? Do you remember how many people were involved that you saw? Was it generally just like 4 people on set? Was it 10 people? Like,
no, it was way less than that. It was always just the talent only, and Michael is all I remember.
So Michael was.
I just thought Michael did everything.
Yeah, he was like a one-man show for this. Yeah, I'm curious, kind of what in general.
And we probably got in one
games,
car and went.
Yeah, all huddled into a car.
Mm-hmm. And I was living in the valley, so I was living nearby. I don't know where Edward was living.
I believe Edward was mostly based in Florida for most part of his, but at this time he was modeling. Yeah, so
he had to be in California somewhere.
I'm guessing he also maybe did some men's underwear.
Great
stuff. You know, it says here that it's ready for the full Hollywood ending, which is, I mean, a little bit of a nod maybe to you being Hollywood.
I think so. I didn't see that. See, that's great. I love it. I liked doing this. This was fun.
I'm glad it was fun.
When I
not really
watching this all over again, we had a good time, and I'm glad I did it.
I'm glad you had fun. I mean, this was something that we were very curious about. Was kind of you feelings.
I have good memories, and you know what? That's the cool thing, because if I didn't have good memories, we wouldn't be sitting here talking about it.
Absolutely not.
So it was something that I figured was up and up. I knew this was going to be a porn or anything like that, because that's the first thing that you think about when someone says, "Oh, do you want to do a video game?" That's the first thing that was going through my mind. Is this going to be a pornographic type of game? Because I'd never heard of 3DO.
Right.
And yes, there's a little bit of that shower, you know, that just posing. You know, we're just posing for photos. Right. Is what was happening. I don't think there was video during that.
No,
it's just photos.
Like there exists no video of these.
Yeah, there's
sequences.
it's all photos. Yeah.
So, no, generally it is very
That's
much.
That's right. Well,
modeling.
When I see rewatching again, I'm envisioning it as video.
Right.
Even though it's all these stills everywhere.
Because you were acting out these scenes.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, did you do many takes? Or was it mostly just because he probably knew that this wasn't going to be video? Was it very much just like, okay, good, like an Ed Wood kind of...
style?
Yeah.
That's what I think it was.
Right,
Ed Wood style for sure.
It is...
Click, 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 click. It was quick and easy.
Yeah.
You know? Of course, well, there's video in the beginning.
That's the only video,
That's the only video,
which is shot probably in someone's apartment.
But see how you're starting to watch it and you're still envisioning it as video. Look at that. We're going. It's
a nice shot again of you two. I wish there was a better shot of you two on that scooter, just kind of like the album cover, you know.
Right. That's definitely Glendale. I'm trying to see what that street says, but see the brown on the streets? I wonder whose bike that was.
Yeah, I am really curious if that was just Edward's own or not. But,
it might have been his.
Yeah, because you know he has the leather jacket, he has the helmet, and he knows what he's doing. So
now, if I was the person, I'd be going, end this thing. End this thing. There.
And that is the ending, actually.
That's very cool.
Edward J. Foster. His name is not Foster.
Look, and they spelled mine correct. I love it.
I guess Foster was maybe just his acting name.
Probably his acting name.
So, what would this Harry. Is Harry Armis, but you recognize that?
I think it's Michael.
Yeah. So that is
Giovanni. I told you.
Yeah, Juarez.
Yep. Oh my goodness.
Eggersol.
You know, I know he's on Facebook too, Giovanni.
Is he?
Maybe we could find him.
Maybe we'll get some comments from old Giovanni. And absolutely. The Fire on Metz. Do you remember any? Grant
and good old Grant Swanson.
Do you remember any of the Daniel Taylor? See their
names?
I
don't know any of them.
Nothing? No.
Samaya Young. That sounds familiar.
She looks like she could have been.
She looks like she could have been a wrestler.
Yeah, right?
Paul Levine.
Ray Wilkins.
I love it.
Saiga's Speedway. Producer and friend.
Oh, that's great.
And that's Michael, he said. So
and that's Michael too.
Look
I'm
at that
pretty
picture,
sure.
Though.
That's great. In the Porsche.
Yeah.
Wow. How come I didn't get to drive the Porsche?
Who knows? Michael's.
Oh,
Look at that.
no, that was nice.
That's a nice shot. Jeannie, it was wonderful to sit down with you and talk about this game. Thank you so much for joining us on this commentary.
Thank you so much. This was fun.
And
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. And thank you for purchasing this game and checking out all these extra materials. Do also check out the development commentary.